Liverpool lose 2-1 to Crystal Palace was Sheffield Park. Now, I wonder why a lot of people they say because yes, Liverpool were form. So they've been winning games almost every game. I know Mabo. Okay. Now, even though Liverpool no winning all the Premier League games, EFL game against Southampton, and then no winning in the Champions League against Atletico. But now you finish say yes, late goals they save you. They were saved by late goals. You can mention the late goal in that Newcastle game. The Arsenal 85th minute free kicker, Sobos like share. Where Burnley near him say then they got that save, a final penalty goal. No, again Atletico Madrid after 2-2 they late goal against Everton, the same thing, late goal. When him say including the Southampton game in the EFL Cup, they were saved by a late goal. And on the other side, they say Liverpool were struggling to win games. So they were coming up. This is a Liverpool that were struggling to win and coming up against Crystal Palace. Kofi, Omoye strong, formidable under coach and the Oliver Glasner. The reason why I'm saying that, I say, Palace and they've lost that fear factor now on community Liverpool because in recent times almost share Liverpool. Remember in the community shield. Liverpool draw couple penalties edgy for Liverpool. Yeah. Now, and I think this is the third meeting in recent times. None of it and a Liverpool to so that tells you, said they were strong. What can I say? Season neighbor Chassis and make can say Oliver Glasner, a Jumana all year war Crystal Palace. Said the top players in the free man fair to Papano. Because I started from the struggling days of Patrick Vieira. Yes. Time of movies are Roy Hodgson and Yini to me replacing no. Now Vieira and Timmy, Roy Hodgson had to come back and save the situation. Even with that, baby are no more that. Yes. This coach joined them, took a very huge race from Frankfurt. Project and now air flourishing. Ebe Piquet team no. Ebe Piquet team no. And check top players started leaving. The final one create China war was Eze. And I added. Say, imagine, say season where Crystal Palace a womb with Eze. In Palace a both season where with Eze, Ismail Assar, Jean-Philippe Matete leading the attack. On the Marquis near than what in a creative job. No? Imagine, here Chiroma Gray, Lacroix, Michel, and the Nka formidable squad. Keep an eye on church and they said the Henderson. Oh, and the formidable squad by Eze Kwasana, regardless. Ne unbeaten record na ye bonabas Kofi 18 games in all competitions. Unim said they are the only team in the Premier League omun lusu game. The only team omun lusu game. Table never oben that third. So Palace under Oliver Glasner, omo formidable and omo lusu that fear factor any OBM. Means what must say because many Liverpool boy in recent time omo say omo nsuro omo again. Ismail Assar no just here on Liverpool board they share them problem because and you know I started free Watford this and Oko game he was one of the players and I mean what GDS said so people Palace about game it was him. Yes, Chiesa got a goal but this time round and secure more win. Now interestingly at the end now Liverpool at the year other teams you know and Palace and a swallow our own pill, their own pill, late goals, you know, and we crowd was in style. Hey, going about 90 plus 7, maybe 90 plus 6, and then 7, 90 plus 8. And so I'm also 90 plus 8. Confit that 90 plus 8, you know, Liverpool and Keshe late goals. Good. Interestingly, Edin Ketias na first say the Juma no expected from him and because. Arsenal for needed to catch up with Liverpool. And former player Eddie Nketiah, because the celebration tells it all. Or she go no, then they say about time. In front of their home fans, in fact, they go to have a story because Mark Gehina, Liverpool, no more chini you know. On a corner never flicking a kakrebi, my Eddie Nketiah can born to at them. And at that moment, all that you can do, frustration. So and it's not or complaining to the referee, but yapon. So it tells you, say, Kofi Palace for the year Jumasono and Oliver Glasner say Bonabaswa. It is because from last season till in all competitions, in pre-season, 18 competitive games unbeaten. So imagine, some come on me di senkeze kanwa season way. Yare ometimabo Europe. They are doing very well. I nyasem ketwa. Kovi Arsenal needed to catch up. Said them catch up on. Now, first of all, my memo Arteta baso. Because the demand on Arsenal sometimes obi susu say okwa ha obeye say Arsenal we so omuji league you know Arsenal performance so na ebeye te say o de na nya option biem ebeye a must say you must win it unim say sa pressure no becomes a stumbling block.
Yes.
And say Arsenal ko feel say this season Arteta final mock we cry the exams nankasa wasi the final test and this season say so Premier League you know and no kwa itself no invites pressure but regardless the first after 6 games Arsenal etimi approving now they are 2 points even though Omabo against Liverpool I'm a Liverpool ni mama sha Arsenal oh Liverpool fie na Arsenal fie Liverpool fie again and Omabo Man City about draw but open one of the games a making statement so who your team are person fighting for the Premier League title Kovi baako and a game way okwo Mike Pies for no e was St James Isakobo against Newcastle because they are strong, very physical. Interestingly, game no headers and 3 goals ni nyina. Nick Votama de go no. Unza Votama de no ankasa no. Kofi form no onya de exa. Maybe let me give him some breath because after no wa join English Premier League side Newcastle and Oya Young still learning on the job 23.
Okay.
And as a striker, Kobe 6 feet 6 inches at the age of 23. In fact, we dambe no more wapa in the Premier League or was almost more Makena. And the obey you soon the height, no. In fact, Gabriel Magalhaes tintin. Yet on any jinawa after or she go nana Magalhaes nene issue no. What do I feel? Amana yetia. That tells you say and was so used to idea. A man the natural advantage, which is the area, but because when we didn't poke say and no pinball, no. Magalhaes thought it was a foul, but it was never a foul because it was too easy. Just look at Onunsugo, no. Say no more dragging, no. But they are wondering the real. So when it comes to area, but over challenger, at least you need to be a little bit strong.
Yes,
sir. Why do you say you pushing? The area not pushing, no. I'm wondering him. That was what the coach felt, referee felt after VAR review. Or G go into a piano case. Now, Magalhaes needed the last goal to save himself. Also, me born about so recently said one of the players Akofita go. O mama sure but yen come wasem Magalhaes. In the Arsenal setup, unim say he's the most dependable one. Our defense. And yes, Saliba it's him now because he's been that last man, and then again, it's Arsenal here go. He comes and becomes the front man. No head and he was disaster. When a lot of mistakes, errors. Sabo no nyame kwa ne so amumua lako. And a man penalty. Mebwa. And look at the errors that he did. Mistakes in ketenkete. But in the end, he needed that final header. 90 plus 6. And that was what a rising Arsenal emotions, you know. In Arsenal's last 3 games, the story has been about last minute goals. Almost so change ways from late games, including the Champions League game against Athletic Bilbao.
Yes.
So that tells you about Arsenal for and this one 90 plus 6. Magalhaes got the goal and go no man of the match. So it changed his misfortunes around and the man the hero of the game. And he needed that. So I think we need to congratulate Arsenal. 2 late goals. In fact, when the first equalizer came, near him say 1-1 because the way I even Arsenal for the celebrity just so no more pick a point they would have been okay. But after say Liverpool lose at the end of the year, Arsenal fans in there dance on very in this very game. So it was all good for team and the other Arsenal. Muscara any mistake, you know, was saved because so here Sabo no Oboko kwana mama Votamadi share na. You can feel say he was a bit disappointed. Timber mom na born and Sano and Magalhaes, yes, Timber. But you know, no, still Magalhaes made a lot of mistakes in the game, but he saved himself with that goal. Kofi, Chelsea for Metaka and Sembi and I feel those words na timeless. And most of the times in a year me ba na masa be repeat.
Okay.
Ba ko ne say club World Cup na Chelsea je no. Emma omo fans na appreciate
so omo
team no ni state a ewom pa say net ye omo njintu the things after winning the club world cup omo tipen and the current team now Liverpool ahye da ho no the current team now Arsenal ahye da ho no and na wiase kra no team bi e wosoro bia but that is not the reality is what we are seeing now. Yes, I will take the excuses of players now Kofi Omwapra including Kopama who is very important to the side but they should know. So they were playing against Brighton. Brighton for no. Omo bought Chelsea. Kofi. Omo special. Say, I don't know how ton players. Me just know. No omo go game no. Goalkeeper Robert Sanchez on the former team na Brighton. Caicedo the former team na Brighton. Kukureya the former team na Brighton. Eni mo kro bi da ho. Joao Pedro the former team na Brighton. Bakubi ti be your friend Facundo Benonotti on. Ono so the former team na Brighton. Enti omo nyina nim say so o yiro ho nkwa de aje brekum Chelsea ni kotoko second half ai omo wie season omo ba beto enti clearly so Brighton for na egba again omo any form against the smaller teams but the story was coming because Brighton for ye ni omo pa in big games anameboa na wa share Man City this season no good wa kobo 2-2 with Tottenham Hotspur enti against the big games no it was coming. It is so ambitious Chelsea, no. Me the idea back when I say, my Chelsea fans now appreciate the true state of the side. Say, they are not bad. I'm not saying they are bad, but through Arsenal's level, me say Chelsea players thing now available. So be prior. Still, Arsenal will be on top of Chelsea. Man City will be on top of Chelsea, and then Liverpool as well. So I think it will take time. And yes, sir, unrealistic. I appreciate. Say coach, was some kakra. That's all you know. But Kofi, no. Chelsea reality nini, but they will need to improve to make sure say Kofi on betima fight at waso honum. Two Ghanaian players. First, Samuel Kudus. Unim say Antoine Samuel Kofi Tago. He scored a very beautiful free kick. Now unse the modern free kick na play at that form no. And ke entire one fa form. But baby who say play na nine obobo on fa was still a be no to be share that beautiful goal against Leeds no. Me ya say in the end no more chi omo form and from 2-1 on beteka. E man ye 2-2 nti enei o man win the game no ye ntimi mo ma ba so. Yes. And yes sir unim say 6 Premier League games Samuel contributed 6 goals. Now he is proving to everybody said them and did it perfectly. Say stay was the best decision rather than joining Liverpool and not Tottenham. Because now the team is built around him. In Kama you crepe no. Kofi. The team is built around him. And he's scoring 4 goals, 2 assists. Who better believe it? In the every season, you will have appreciable numbers, and maybe at the right time, you will talk club. Yes. Good because they say bright Bournemouth there is belief. The noise if you call Real Madrid into every team, isn't it? Good. Now, Kudus, Kofi, me am a young man who's a Kudus nano. My pen answer my personal affection. Now, the entire young man on you. He scored a very beautiful goal. On a peer pass my Begvar. And a Begvar didn't 1-2 man. And then of course our placement now me call her Sabon Ghana need to Cote d'Ivoire na park na Scovi. That goal no the only me pass. See place bon for keeper or the be share Shanawi. So or share similar goal against Wolverhampton. Na unfortunately na baby oje pass and wire offside. In a game at Tottenham for share the invite Stone Boy. Say Janko me kudu zero kai omo unveiling no nyuma or hear the man. No, what should go? In fact, I'm going to disallow go no anymore because he's struggling to get goals and position no but obi anim so be break akra and sana goals number. So based on that, no Kofi. Na what should go no office and kebe tin so anu na no. Na unfortunately va disallow, but that was the weekend. Very strong weekend in the Premier League. Kofi say investors nyina adwuma